What's going on, people? Welcome to the player ratings. Palace 2, Wolves 1. Let's discuss all the individual performances. As always, if you do enjoy the content, leave a like and subscribe to not miss out on future content. And also, let us know your player ratings in the comment section down below. Patrick, let's get started with the goalkeeper, Vicente Guaita. You gave him an 8. I gave him a 7. I don't think he was at fault with the goal. I haven't watched it back. I feel like there were different. We could have stopped that goal in different ways, and I don't think it was down to Vicente. But other than that, you gave him an 8. You thought he had a very good game.
I did. I thought he made a great save on Neves when we were up 1-0. If that ball goes in 2-0, we're in big trouble. And distribution much better today. He was 17 out of 20 accurate passing. Just in general, he looked much better getting, distributing the ball, not kicking the ball, for throw-ins, whatever. So for me, he played again, and the goal, not his fault. So I think he's the 8 today.
Woody, the right back, 5.5 for me, 5 for you. Despite the win, I don't know how I remember the second half, especially. It's too easy when players cut in. It's too easy down his side. He just hasn't got the legs for it. Once again, even though we won, he didn't have the greatest of games. I'm not too sure about the stats, but why did you give him a 5? What was you not really impressed with? Seemed like 5 is the average, bang on average.
It's average, and Podence is very, very good. So I should give him a break for that. But it's just that he just doesn't offer enough. I just feel like he needs a break, and we don't have anybody to give him a break. You know what I mean?
He needs a break, but he's working overtime. He's getting. I
don't want to kill Wardy because we won the match, like you said before. But it just wasn't. I don't know. They're very difficult players. Wolves have. I told you in the preview. We talked about Podence and Troy, how quick they are, how tricky they are. But he just wasn't up for it today. I just thought he just didn't. I thought he had a very average to below average game today.
Yeah, Joachim Anderson and Mark Gahey, because we gave same ratings. I gave them both a 7. You gave them both an 8. Yeah, other than that, there isn't much to add. I feel like Diego Costa, we know that he's experienced. Despite that, Joachim especially done his job. I thought Mark done his job as well. For the goals that was conceded, I don't think neither was at fault for them. And Wolves didn't really trouble us all game long. I thought like they both had a pretty solid game, and the partnership was growing.
No, very good game. You talked about it during the review just now, how the partnership's growing. Gay had 12 recoveries. Only person that had more was Schlupp. He was brilliant today. I mean, really, luckily there was a VAR thing for the handball, clearly off his knee. But the angle, I'll tell you right now, one angle had it going off his arm. That's how VAR does work, because if the referee called that a penalty, I would have said, okay, from one angle. Then you see the other angle hit his knee, which is behind his arm behind his knee. So I'm telling you, man, we got a good VAR decision today. But no, Gahey and Anderson, just in general, have been very good, and today they were very, very good.
Yeah, Tyrick Mitchell at left back, both gave him a 6. It wasn't an average performance. It wasn't too bad. I thought it was better than the Leicester game, but then again,
I agree.
I think Adama Traore is not the easiest thing to do because he's physically bigger than Ty as well. But I thought he had a relatively okay game. Got a bit more involved in the second half going forward.
Definitely better second half going forward. But for me, the goal is his fault as much as we can get to Olise, because at the back post, Traore doesn't score headers. He just doesn't. So you can't forget him at the back post. Now, I mean, it's a counter attack. Maybe he was, attacking. But again, second half, much better going forward, much more involved with Will from that side. Much better than he's been doing the last few matches. But that goal, honestly, you can't fall asleep at the back post as the left back.
Yeah,
so
he's had a few of them moments. I think that's his weakness in his game. Teams target him at far post with crossing, going into the box, and once again, thankfully, it didn't cost us massively because we managed to get a win. But he needs to improve in that style of his play. Like, it's just a crossing going to the box. You have to deal with them a bit better. But look, is what it is. I feel like he was a bit better than the Leicester game, but he's still got room for improvement. Decore. I love this guy. Patrick, remember when he first signed, I said that I would be happy if we don't sign any other players, because I knew what he would bring to the team in terms of as a number 6, and he's doing what I expected. Once again, despite the yellow card, he managed to survive 9 minutes. That's good. That's positive. We ever trusted him out there. He's just fantastic, man. Passes, controlling the midfield, tackles as well. And once again, he bossed it. And I'm worried about the Everton game because he's going to be a massive miss.
Yeah, 88% pass accuracy. Shot that hit the post. Could have had his first Palace goal. And what I really liked is two things. One, that he wasn't subbed off. And two, he didn't stop tackling on that yellow card. Just kept going in. That's how he plays. I loved it, man. You know what? Vieira trusted him.
Vieira's heart must have been in his mouth,
I
man,
agree.
watching him.
But let me tell you something. We're going to miss him because in that midfield, he's the only tackler. I'm sorry. Schlupp put himself about, and he did better today. I got to give him credit. But normally, it's Decore. But today, he was he was fantastic today. Really good.
Yeah. You're saying Schlupp done better. We'll move on to Schlupp. We both gave him a 5.
Yeah.
It's a bit harsh looking back at it now. I mean, we done it straight after the game. But then again, if I was going to give him a new rating, I would say maybe a 6 because he did get beaten too easily. I'm sorry, but he did. Maybe it was just me in the second half, but he tried it. He put in the effort. I love that. But a few times where he just tried to go for the ball, it was just too easy to just run past him. I don't know what it is. It's 2 games in a row now. I guess less as well.
It's funny you say that, right? Because he won 3 out of his 5 tackles. He had 5 out of 9 duels won, and he had, like I said before, he had 13 recoveries, the most of any Palace player. Behind, I think I just mentioned, I think it was behind Gay. This is the thing. It was the passing going forward that I didn't like. I thought defensively he was in a bunch of slide tackles getting involved. Remember, they've got
he did have his moments. You know,
exactly.
There were also some moments where he got beaten as well, which I didn't like. It was too easy.
Yeah, I agree. But he wasn't as bad as I thought. And again, I think he helped Decore out more than, let's say, Olise would have in that midfield. So looking back on it again, probably deserves higher than a 5. I mean, that's a little harsh, probably a 6.
Yeah, I think that's a bit harsh as well. Yeah. But look, we put a 5 before, and this is a tough game, tough world we live in. We gave it a 5.
Okay.
Eze, Ebbs, 8 from both of us. He's on the score sheet. Remember, Patrick was talking about it at the start of the season. His finishing has to be a bit better. Like he has to be in the moments. He has to score more goals, get more assists. He's done a job today. He done it. Got the goal.
He did. I mean, a really good goal. Such a crucial goal at a crucial point. But I got to give him credit. Why is he in the box? You know what I mean? Why is he at the back post? I mean, got to give him credit. He's at the back post for a header.
I think the tactical switch helped him because Wilf went more centrally and he went out wide. Yeah. And naturally, you should be that player at far post.
Right. But I'm just saying, good for him to be there. Yeah.
Look, good winning header far post. You don't expect Ebbs to score a goal like that. But look, he has to consistently get these goals and assists because as we're talking about it, he should be one of the players being considered for the World Cup.
And the pass to set up the goal, the pass was from Eze went to Edouard for Zaha's goal. So he had half of assist or secondary assist. So I mean, he's involved in both goals. So good thing. He played really well today. Yeah. Big time.
And
big time.
The player that assisted him, Michael Olise, and honestly, this is a massive disrespect from you.
Here we go.
I'm not happy. I'm not a happy man. There's no way you gave Olise a 6.5 after going assists and after we won that game. There's no way. There's no way. That is.
Yes, there is. Because he was at major fault for the goal. I've got to see it as a whole game. So we just talk about Schlupp, how he changed it, thinking about it. Now, I'll give Olise a 7, no more than a 7, because despite what I played in the second half, that first half could have cost us the game. And Vieira said it. Watch the post-match interview. Vieira said he's got to be better defensively. Okay, going forward, he was brilliant. The cross for Eze's goal, fantastic. The cross for Edouard's bicycle kick was fantastic. Offensively, I've never said anything about him going attacking, but that's why Ayew is better at times because you've got to be able to do both. All right, D, and I get that but then, you really like him.
It offers more going forward, and that's why I feel like today, look, he comes into the lineup. We score a goal. No, we score 2 goals. We get an assist. Right. And of course, you can argue. I haven't watched it back yet. I haven't watched it back in terms of whether he was at fault. There was that gap down the right-hand side.
That's his man.
Maybe he might have been.
Bueno's was his man all game. That was his man. So.
But the second half, from what I saw the second half, his defensive game improved. I saw a bit more effort there, and he was tracking back and trying to help Olise. So I don't.
I would hope so. I would hope so after that mistake, and that's good. And that shows me he's progressing, which is good. That's great.
Yeah,
but I'm not. No more than a 7. As soon
as we could see that goal, I was at the game. I went on Twitter, and I saw the first thing I saw. That's why Ayew should play. I don't want to hear that. I don't want just because of one mistake. Come on, man. Ayew's had mistakes.
Could have cost us the game. What because of the game?
Okay. So you're telling me it warrants the comments. That's why Ayew played. That's why Ayew should have played.
No,
Come on,
no.
Patrick,
What I'm
come on.
saying is
At
that
least say he still offered more.
what I'm saying is that we're a team that does not score a lot of goals. If we lose a game 1-0 at home to Wolves,
I understand that. I
mistake, we're all
understand
going to
that,
be saying, "Oh, why did Olise not track back? Why did Mitchell stop the
no,
head of the back post?" That's what
I
I'm saying.
understand that, but
Fine
ever since he's
margins
joined the
for
club,
us.
no,
Fine
100%. Okay, cool. All right, let's say he didn't make that mistake. It's a mistake.
Right.
Olise has still improved his defensive play. It does. Comments like that's why I should have played. It's just weak. I don't. It's an easy thing to say after one mistake that I should play because Olise wasn't catching up to his play. He has improved his defensive play, and Olise offers something else as well. If he does it week in week out, fair enough. But come on, man. After one goal conceded, you can't be saying that's why Olise shouldn't play. I don't buy into that. I don't buy into that. But let us know what you think. Maybe you're one of them people that said it. or would you respect?
Did I say that? You better correct that. It wasn't me that said that.
I'm talking about those viewers. I'm talking
about.
about
Okay, because I want to make sure people think the way you're saying it's like I said that. I never said that.
No.
I'm just trying to be fair.
Maybe you guys,
you know me. I was being fair with Edward. I want to be fair. If you make a mistake, I've got to pull you up on it because that's fair. And again, I watched Vieira's interview. He said the same exact thing. Michael's got to play better, going defensively. Having said that, again, second half, he turned the match for us because if we don't get that first goal, maybe we lose.
And I thought he helped defensively as well. With all due respect, I think if you want Olise to be dropped just because of that one mistake,
never said that. Like that. That's ridiculous.
No, not you.
Never.
I'm saying people.
Right.
That's
ridiculous.
If that's the case,
that's an agenda too. That's an agenda. I
think that's an agenda. I think we can both agree that that's an agenda.
I agree.
Mistake. Wilf, back on the score sheet. But that happened only in the second half after he went more centrally. And in the second half, we both gave him an 8. In the second half, he was in it. They couldn't even foul him. They was trying to foul him 3 plays. They couldn't foul him. And Patrick, when he went into the central areas, that's when we saw the best out of him.
Watch the interview. He did it by himself. It wasn't tactical. It was he decided that he wanted to get away and create some space, and it was him that did that. Vieira talked about.
Wait, did he say that? Because I can't lie. I don't think he would have done it.
Watch the one that he does with Clinton and the guy. I'm telling you, he said that I decided to go inside more. Yes, he definitely decided to push in. Vieira pushed Olise inside also, but I'm telling you, Will said that he decided to go inside more because there was more space. He was talking about how he even helps Ebowe and Olise, telling him how they should be more direct and take less touches and blah, blah, blah. So I'm telling you, it's a great interview. Check it out. Anybody else, check out Will's interview on Amazon Prime. It's really good post-match. But again, he was very, very good second half. Massive goal. Kilman, by the way, what is he doing as a defender? You cannot slide in like that. But having said that, what a great touch by Wolf. And to send Sarr the wrong way. People talk about how Wolf can't finish, but that's a striker finish. Great goal.
Finishing, boy. I'm telling you, he's not hungry. He's finishing his dinner. He's finishing his dinner this season. And the player that assisted him, lastly in the starting lineup, Odson Edward, you give him a 7. I give him a 7.5.
Played well.
I've been calling for him since January. I've been saying that he is our best striker. And maybe it's consistency now that he's playing games. That's why he's performing. But once again, he got an assist, Patrick. He's involved in the goals. And he's proven himself, and why Vieira is starting him every week, basically.
When we had this running joke back and forth with Mateta and Edward, what did I say? I said give him a run of games.
But
I was fair, right?
I said the same.
But you,
I believe in
him. But yours was agenda driven because you didn't like Mateta. Mine was being fair.
Wait, hold up. Is it? Would you say is it? Well, let us.
Because you always put down Mateta. I never put that. I never put Edward down. I always said Edward. If he's a consistent, should play, and he's doing it now. You always said Mateta's rubbish.
There's a reason why Mateta. There's a reason why Vieira dropped Mateta in the first place to give Edward consistent minutes, because I've always believed that Edward is a better forward. I've always believed that. It was
last year. That's why I said that. You didn't give Mateta any credit last year for that great run that he had after January.
It was form, and this is what I mean. It was form. We've seen it. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. Oh, that's what I think it was. I remember when Mateta first signed for us.
Again, that's just being disrespectful again. You're doing it again. That's not fair. That's not fair on Mateta. That's just like being That is
he
just
had his good moments last year. But then towards the end of the season, we saw it. He wasn't as effective as he was. And that's why this season he did prefer Edward. And that's why I believe in Edward. But look, he had an assist today. Other than that, he was
Played
involved
great.
as well.
Played well. Played very well.
Yeah. Hopefully he keeps up. And now moving on to the bench, Jordan, I give him a 7, you know. And you give him a 6. How comes?
Mainly just the time on the pitch. I gotta give him a 7. I thought he did really, really well. Drew fouls, held the ball, drove the ball forward, was very good defensively. I mean, 7. I'm with that. I can go with that. I mean, I got no issue. Listen, you know me with Jordan, I got no problem with him. You know, he puts the effort forward. You know, I mean, I've never been a big critique of him or critical of him. He puts the shift in. He's teaching other players how to be professional. No, I got no problem with it. And again, I thought he played well. I just did it because of the time. It was on the pitch, it wasn't on the pitch for like more than what.
I think he was fantastic. Yeah,
he was very good. Yeah,
I think he was fantastic when he came on. I feel like that's what you want from a player coming on in the last 10 minutes or how long.
It was 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes. Yeah,
10 minutes or so. He was fantastic, keeping the ball, winning fouls. So yeah, look, overall, massively pleased.
I agree.
JP, both gave him a 6. I don't think he
worked hard.
Involved as much.
Yeah, but he worked hard.
He done good going back, tracking
back. Done a good job.
Towards the last moments of the game. And Reederworld 6 as well. I don't think he done much, but look, that's our player ratings. We beat Wolves, but now the focus is on Everton. It is on Everton, and hopefully we manage to perform against them and get a result. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, whether you agree or disagree with our ratings. And until next time, up the Palace.